You guys were neighbors, right?
Yes, back when you had Zora or
Yeah, it's good memory.
We used to bump into you all the time. That's when I first met Sarah.
I remember.
Old dog, old husband. We're not recording, right?
Have you learned anything new about each other being buckled down in this lifeboat?
Well, we started therapy.
Yeah.
Zoom therapy?
Yeah. We started therapy in quarantine, and
it was really for because we have a couple of issues that we're really grappling with as parents, and we want to be conscious parents, and we want to be, there's certain behavioral things, the three-nager time. We're both like, oh, so we did it mostly as because she really specializes in parent stuff, but as you start unraveling, it all comes back to this relationship and
our parents
and our parents. And so we are
that was yesterday's session.
Yes.
Our mom and dad issues came up glaringly in yesterday's session. We have a great, strong relationship. Do we fight? Yeah. Do we get at it? All of that for sure. We don't have I consider a perfect relationship one that has fighting in it too. And
yeah,
that's one of our fights actually, but we can talk about that another time.
A lot of people are either gaining the Corona 15 or becoming Corona cut. You guys look pretty cut. You look hairy, but cut.
Floppy shirts.
It's
Are you squishy? Did you become squishy?
Yeah. So I immediately, the Corona 15, it was more like the Corona 20. Listen, I'm somebody who emotionally eats, and I, when people are like, I'm so anxious, I just can't even eat. I'm like,
Okay, what are you guys most excited to do when all this is over?
Hug a friend. Like you said, I'm a social guy. I just want to kiss and hug and just touch people again. That's what I'm most excited about.
I want to go see a play. I want to go see just sit in a dark theater with strangers by myself. I like to go to the movies by myself, and actually I like to go to the theater by myself and just sit and be absorbed, surrounded by strangers, but just in the the darkness and people sharing their art.
Cheyenne, what does work look like for you now?
I mean, prior to this, I had 5 pretty big gigs, all like in succession. So everything is on hold. I mean, the biggest, really exciting job that I have as soon as things begin to go again is a show on Fox called Call Me Kat. It's my first lead in a network sitcom, and it's me.
Huge.
Yeah, it's huge. And it's opposite Mayim Bialik, and Jim Parsons is one of the producers, and Swoozie Kurtz is on it, and Leslie Jordan. It's my dream scenario.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about that. And then work for me right now is I've been fostering my songwriting. I write music, and I'm pretty good at it, if I may say, but I have never written for other people or for projects. So now I'm actually writing with other folks and by myself for specific projects to get placed in films, to get placed in TV shows. And so I've always said, I don't really have the time. Well, I got the time now.
Here's the thing about Cheyenne is, there's the whole love language thing. I didn't know much about love language, and what we've learned in therapy is, he has his ways of expressing love to me, and I have my ways of expressing love to him, and they are not the same. And I've learned to look at the way he loves me and shows me isn't the way I show him.
Yep.
And so he does a lot of things for me and takes care of us and protects us. And, I have never been loved like this before. I have never felt this secure in a relationship. And it's because of the things he does and could I use 1 or 2 more kisses? Yes. But
oh,
when I was 7 years old, my dad was friends with Pat Benatar's manager. So in the We Belong video, there was like this choir of kids, and I was one of the kids in the choir. And for payment, we got paid $1 bill signed by Pat Benatar. So got my $1 bill, 2 years later, we lived here in LA on Wilshire Boulevard, and I needed to use, my brother and I needed to use, we had no money, we needed to use the bus, so I used my Pat Benatar dollar. And I have been upset about using this dollar my whole life. Like for 30 years, I've been upset that I used my dollar. Cheyenne met a trainer at Barry's Boot Camp who happened to be married to Pat Benatar's daughter and got me my dollar.
Amazing.
For my birthday. So it has been returned in the most unbelievable way.
That is the most, I was crying watching you. I bawled. Because aside from the dollar and the work to get it, it was the knowing what it meant to you that was like the most complete.
That's why
love.
When he opened it, he even just cracked it open and you just saw the corner of it and what did you say? Like, is this what I mean?
I mean, like,
it was the best reaction.
First off, it's a great song, and I'm a huge fan of Pat Benatar.
It's my go-to karaoke song. Right.
I have more regret now than I did at 7, and so to get it now obviously means more than if I had just kept that dollar anyways. So.
And now that dollar holds so much love of you and Cheyenne and what it means. It's
exactly. Exactly.
Now, what was your first impression of each other?
I'll let him answer.
Okay, so we met in an AA meeting, and my first impression of him was he was sassy, he was angry.
Still are. Oh,
yep. Sassy. He was angry. He was smart, hot, busy, had places to go. He was very unimpressed with everything in the room, and I kind of liked that. He just seemed like
a cat.
Yeah. So that was my first impression of him.
Yeah. My first impression of him, well, first off, I had seen him on the Tony Awards like 6 years before that. It was just a first recognition that it was the guy from Xanadu from Tony Awards. And then obviously gorgeous and all that. But I really was struggling at the time with being sober. I was upset about being sober. I didn't want to be sober. I was like thinking about forever. So I really was just, dealing with that. And I wasn't, so that was what was focused on, at the time. And so we became friends, and then it was harder to not just stay friends.
Then I was more interested than I had been.
More interested in just friendship and getting coffee.
Who initiated the first kiss?
I did.
Me.
I did. In the car.
We sat in the car, and I said, "You always tell the story wrong." We were sitting outside in the car, and I thought, and I said, let's just get this out of the way because exactly right.
Oh.
Because we need to know, it's like the kissing is everything.
We feel the chemistry, but
so let's just get this handled.
Kissing is important to me, and he fancies himself the best kisser in all the land.
Was he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, sassy and a good kisser. I like it, Jay.
He tells the truth. Just kidding.
Who said "I love you" first?
I made sure he did.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. I do.
Who's the romantic one? I think I know the answer to this.
I think Cheyenne is. I think Cheyenne is. Yeah.
I was going to say Cheyenne nailed that dollar bill.
Yeah, no, Cheyenne without question.
Cheyenne, can you tell us, aside from kissing, what's your favorite thing about Jason?
His energy. He is somebody who will be in the line at the grocery store, and he can legitimately make a sincere connection with a person standing next to him, and all of a sudden they're talking about their whole life. He's not afraid to open himself up to people, and I wish I had more of that in myself. I'm much more closed off, and I don't express myself so much, so I envy that, but mostly just love it, because everybody who knows Jason just loves him, and it's your I would say your energy. You're welcome.
I love him.
Yeah, well, speaking of Jason, tell us your favorite thing about Cheyenne.
It's very easy. I mean, him being a father, the way he is a father is like unlike anything anyone has ever seen. Like the detail, his care and concern for our kids is like, if that were his job, it is his job. He acts as if it's his job. It's my job too, but he just cares about every single thing in a way that I've never seen anyone care. And that's my favorite thing.
Who's the better driver?
I am.
Me.
Wow.
I'm faster,
That's not better.
a little bit more dangerous, but I'm better.
Who's had more moving violations?
I have.
Who's had more tickets?
That's a moving violation.
But
Me. And I had one more accident than you. So
who doesn't?
Okay, Fast and the Furious. Bigger baby when you're sick.
Cheyenne.
You. Oh, you. What are you talking about?
What? No.
Yes, the whole world ends.
Okay.
Men are just really terrible when they get colds.
It's
so.
true.
Me.
Okay, this is a very important question. When you put the toilet paper roll on, is it over or under?
Over.
Okay, we can still be friends.
Over.
That was the most
Over.
definitive answer we've gotten
My
on that.
dad drilled that in us. Over.
Well, you guys, I have to say, I know we've taken a lot of your time. You have been as adorable, more adorable than I even needed or wanted. I can't wait to meet you, Jason. You guys are adorable. The twins are lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Yes, too.
And thanks for the interview. All our love to you guys.
You guys are the best. We love you. And get back to Daniel Tiger, guys. Grown up.
Flippy.
Come.
Flippy.
Blippy.
Flippy on YouTube.
Remember that.
Flippy
You
on
know
YouTube.
it's going to end up being our viewing pleasure. Those kids will never see it.
It won't.
pretty-
It won't.
yeah.
But they will be happy about it. Grown up.
Come
Come back.
back.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.